Hello, chat. We are back. Starting a little bit late. My dishwasher is a little loud, and I decided to wash dishes like an hour ago, and like it was going up until like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago. It was like super loud in the background. Well, not super loud, but like you'd hear when I was talking on the mic, and I was just like, I don't really want that background noise. So yeah, I was starting just a couple minutes later than I normally would have. Anyway, so yeah, we're back again today. I already made some changes downstairs to the layout of this, and I just noticed while I was waiting for the stream to start here that we need to make some changes up here, so let's do that. I don't remember if I glowstoned all of this or not, but I definitely want to put these borders in here because we're not going to be putting anything in this location. There and here. I mean, I guess I already kind of like signified that by getting rid of these squares that would have been right here, but we don't have these borders laid out, and I did that everywhere else. So I kind of figured like, yeah, we should get that done here as well. Those guys go on there, and I can't place one there. And then beep, 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 beep. Also, over here, I'm gonna run out of glowstone. Let me grab some more, and I'm gonna run out of corner. Yeah, we need to do this over here. When I place that first one down, it seems like it gets brighter, so I'm assuming I never glowstone any of these other strips, so we're gonna have to do that before we put a roof on the second, or walls and a ceiling roof on the second story here. Yes, that is it. Now I just gotta clear these extras. But yeah, I did this everywhere else in the base. I forgot about this upper story until I was just looking at the map during the waiting for stream to start portion of this live stream, and I was like, oh yeah, that needs to get done too. All right. Break it the block. And I think, nope, these. Yeah, so hello, Sasco, Trev, number 7, Lollipop, Jertooz, Digital Dumber. Welcome everybody else, lurkers. Hello, hello. Beep, beep, beep. All right, so now if we look at the mini map, that looks correct. Good enough for me. Oop. But yeah, I went ahead and I did that in all these other rooms. I think we saw that like last stream or whatever. I did it like in this one room, but then I went around earlier today and I did the same thing to these other rooms. Oh, I missed this! Man, how do I keep missing these? I thought I got them all and then I double checked it. Apparently I needed to triple check it. What the heck? This base is too big, guys. There's too many little nitpicky things. I am very certain this is the last thing that I had missed. All right, so now we got that corner. That looks right. That looks right. That's right over there. Hello, Chivo. Tim the Wit. Hello. This is gonna have to change, but that's fine. That'll change. That's gonna change over time anyway. I'm not super concerned about making it perfect right this second. We talked about I wanted to move these last stream, I think, but I can't even place down those borders there where I wanted because of the E cable, so that really does have to move. And these are all pretty much good. All right, I think we're good. I am happy with that. Okay, so last live stream, we pretty much finished off by making this biomass. And this has worked, so biomass. We are keeping between 7 and 8,000. We have 7,400. So we filled up, which is great. So now we also need to make a second one of these to make fermented biomass, which is the same exact thing, except we put biochaff and water, and then we get fermented. For some reason, I thought we were taking the biomass and fermenting that directly, which you can do, but we can make it just like this, which I think is faster. At HV, that's 1.85, or so that would take like 18 seconds. 18 seconds to make a full bucket, whereas this we can make a full bucket in like 2 seconds. Thereabouts. Depending on which power level we give it, either 2.5 or 1.25. All right, so let's make a new pyrolyzed oven. We should have everything on AutoCraft, so this should be like pretty easy. Okay, so first of all, this needs an item input, a fluid input, and a fluid output. So we need output hatch, input hatch. Oh, the input hatch, that's fine. And then, maybe we'll put a ULV. I'm not sure which one this one has, but I think it probably has a ULV. And then input bus, which we only need ULV. How are we doing on the Cupro nickel? We're good on that. So we should be able to copy pasta this thing. Oh, we might need a maintenance. We definitely need a maintenance. And then we're gonna need a muffler too. And then 2 HV energy hatches. Oops. That's one thing that actually kind of bugs me about Applied Energistics. Why is the next button right here? I feel like there should be like an OK and a cancel button. That's like not next to these. I always end up hitting this button trying to go for next. I mean, I understand why it's laid out like this, but I feel like this should change and like the next button should be like down here, out away from these buttons. Maybe that's just me. Copy pasta gadget. From there to there. It's called eye-hand coordination? No. It's called going... I'm not even reading the text. I'm going for where I think the button should be. That's instinctual. Many, many thousands of years of instinctual intuition says that the next button should not be where it's at. It's true. I didn't just make that up on the spot. Survival skills dictate that it shouldn't be right there. Okay. Oh boy. So that's pasta H inker cleared. Where? Oh, that's an weird location. Let's fix. H. Oh, that needs to come forward one. What bugs you about AE is how the buttons are not multiples of 8, 16, 64. that doesn't bother me. Like, most people don't really talk about numbers in base 2, right? Did we make those hatches yet? No, we are still in the process of making them. Why you no make? Plastic circuit board? What in the heck is going on here? Respect my authority. Why is this taking so long? Hey, too many works. So yes, this will get solved once we get some LCRs up in this house, which we might be doing today, hopefully. That's kind of why we're working on the fermented biomass. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the ethylene. This might be actually what's our problem here. Where is it? Where is it? This one? Turn that off. Ethylene no longer needs to lean. Cancel. You're doing great. Awesome, dude. Liquid polyethylene. That's fine. Oh, but we're still making more things. Oh my goodness. What is even happening? Not this. Stop blocking my machines. Yeah, I really wish you could give priorities to certain recipes as opposed to like the machine that's making the recipe. I wish you could say like player created recipes or player created crafting requests take priority over everything else. I really wish you could do that. You can lay the pyrolyzed oven on its side to make connections easier to get to. Well, Razzle, the thing is, the reason why we're doing it on its top like this is because it is better to put it in a 3x3. If you like, the sideways pyrolyzed oven is the default one. That's the default way of doing it. And we discovered putting it on its end, which is not obvious, is the better way. It takes up less floor space and it matches the other 3x3 machines. That's the reason why. Build. Oh, we're missing these blocks. I didn't make those. ULV machine casing. I don't know how many we need. 10? What are we missing? LV input? No, that's a hatch. We want boost. Hey RL, how you doing? Yay. I made the correct amount. Structure 4, maintenance fine. Perfect. So let's get some of these things done. So I need a machine controller. This is gonna be default off. Level emitter. Let's make a few of these. I'm gonna be using a bunch. Oh, right. Okay, we're gonna fix that right now. I didn't fix it yesterday. I'm gonna fix it now though. Redstone torch. Guys, what? Oh. Why do something today that you can put off until tomorrow? Okay? Don't do things today that you can easily do tomorrow. Just put it off. Why would you want to do it now? Level emitter. There is a way to disable the pyrolyzed oven without EE keyboard on top if you want to make it look cleaner. What's that, like disable the input bus? Disable the power? Yeah, you're probably right. We could... What are you thinking, RL? Cards have a redstone control. You can use a redstone card to disable the inputs. I guess I don't understand. You're gonna have to explain this in more simple terms for me. Let me finish wiring this up while you prepare. To explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Because I don't understand what you're talking about. Redstone card on laser IO input node plus level emitter. So we're disabling the laser IO is what you're suggesting. The level emitter facing the node with the redstone card facing it, and then set the input item and fluid cards to work with a redstone signal. Interesting. Okay. I will take a look at that here in a moment. Interface. Yeah, I'm not opposed to like making things look cleaner. As long as it's not this one, if it's these, which are gonna stay here for forever, that's fine. If it's this one, then that's a problem. But yeah, it sounds like you're talking about these here. Like specifically that connection. And then we could put a level emitter on the bottom side of this guy, I guess. Anyway, so what was I doing here? So that's laser, laser, laser. I guess we only need... No, we do need 3 lasers. Laser. Boop, boop, boop. All right, and then for biomass, we need biochaff and water. Biochaff. All right, so this guy facing the interface, we're going to have a fluid card and an item card. Insert. And then input bus. We're going to have an item. We're going to disable this. We're going to have an item card facing this in stock mode. It is just one exact. One biochaff. And then for the fluid, it is 1.5 buckets. So this one pointed up, fluid card, stock, this, water. 1.5 buckets exact. So we're talking about redstone control. So the cards themselves. Maybe it'd be this specific card in this specific node that would be doing that. I don't know. This is new technology. Redstone high. Yeah, so we want it so if the redstone signal is on, let's try this one. Redstone signal high. Okay, we connect this to here, this to here. Level emitter. And then apparently there's a redstone card. Which is it down? I guess it must be down. It doesn't show. Oh, it does show AE2 cable and or bus. Input. Oh, you can specify you want a redstone limit. Interesting. So if I'm inputting redstone signal here, do I have to have a redstone card on this? Or does this actually even matter? Okay, let's find. We're gonna experimentate here. Let's clear out the biochaff for now. Whoa, that's weird. I guess that must be the redstone card doing that. Okay, so we have 1.5 water in here. Let me flush this out. $1.5 water. Okay, so if I turn this off and I do this again, do I even need the redstone card? I don't even need the redstone card. So on redstone high, we're stocking. Right? Nothing in here. If I turn this redstone signal on. Okay, now I'm confused. I put the redstone card in here. Okay, I do need the redstone card. This is why we're experimenting. Yep. So with the redstone signal, we put in stuff. We put the redstone card here. Okay. That's fine.
443 just resubscribed for 39 months. 39, now I am feeling old. I love your streams. I do miss the Fluffball Max appearances though.
Hey Bennett, thanks so much for the 39 months, dude. Appreciate that. Yep. So I don't know about you guys. I usually learn best by doing. So it's like somebody can tell me how something works. I'm like, that's cool. Let me experiment with it. And then I figure it out by actually doing. So it's not that I don't trust you. It's just that's the way my brain works. Okay, so we should be able to put some biochaff all up in here. Biochaff, that. And then we need to give this a energy. And then we need to linkify it. Oh, this isn't running because I put the card up here. Let's get this out of here. And then does this need a number? A number 2. Okay, I need to also fix this redstone signal. So this is going to be based on fermented biomass. We're going to keep up to 8,000. We'll turn this on to 7,000. Emit when we are below limit. Okay, I can clearly see that this needs either a speed card or I just need to put more in there at a time. Let's just go ahead and bump this up to like 4 buckets. I mean, it's just water, it doesn't matter, right? This thing just constantly running, or is the biochaff? Oh, looks like we're good. It tells the node which channel to apply the redstone signal to. I see. See, I was kind of thinking, like, since I'd never messed with this before, that we'd be inputting a redstone signal here, and then we would have to come over to, like, this one and then add a redstone card here for the output. But yeah, I guess that's not how that works. Yeah, and then we have the different color channels. I see. What happens if we have, like, a redstone on the redstone card? Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, there is no redstone. Okay, I was like, what would happen with that? Okay, so then we could adjust this one to be the same. Same kind of dealio. So that would be applied to this one. Redstone high. Redstone high. And then I need a redstone on the downside. BRB. BRB right back. Redstone card. Card. Where are the other ones? Redstone card. Gonna make a few of those. I suspect I will be using these. All right, so the downside redstone card input, yep, that's fine on white channel. This white channel, redstone high. Oh, this is the redstone channel, right? I didn't even realize there's 2 different colors. Okay, so redstone and redstone, yeah, I think we're good. So that should work for this. Oh, wait. We need to get a level emitter. And this needs to be on biomass. 8,000, 7,000, emit when we are below. But we aren't below. So this says emit when levels are below limit. So the level emitter is weird. Sometimes it'll like be, okay, you're below, now we're going up, and then I'll hit this limit and then I'll turn off until we go down again. You'd think by default it would just like let it drain down before it goes up, but yeah, sometimes it's in like the trying to refill state. From what I've seen with that in the past. So it is just trying to refill right now. Won't those interfere with each other? What do you mean? Won't what interfere with each other? Gray. So the way this is working, we are putting a redstone signal into this laser node. This redstone card is reading this, and it's inputting on the white redstone channel 0. So what this is doing is it's just telling the node, hey, on redstone channel 0, we have a redstone signal. So over here, facing the interface, we have two cards, our item and our fluid card. This is looking at redstone channel 0. It's looking for a high signal. Same with this one. Redstone channel 0 looking for a high signal. If that condition is met, then it'll fill up the inputs and allow this thing to fill, right? The redstone signal turns off when our biomass reaches this threshold, which it's trying to do right now. And once it does that, it'll no longer put input into the machine, and the machine will just be idle, right? Make sense? That's the only way the machine is turning on and off. We are now doing it through the inputs. Instead of like turning the machine controller off, we are just starving it of inputs, and it just idles until the redstone signal turns on, then we give it inputs again. Okay, so those two are now done. Let me put a sign on this because I put a biomass sign on this one. Fermented biomass. The fermented biomass power is connected to item fluid subnet. Oh, you're right. I did want to keep those separated, didn't I? Yeah, that is actually a mistake here. Maybe that's what we were talking about, and I just didn't understand. This should be here. Yeah, I want to keep the power on a separate network. I'm not sure why I did that. I thought it was weird when I did it. But yeah, you're absolutely right, because I don't want like these other things that are like requesting items going through the main network. I only want to send power through the main network. I think we're good. All right. All right, so fermented biomass is now done. So we could look at methane gas, and we were making fermented biomass for this specific purpose here. So distillation tower is in our future now, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers, excluding the items. So this needs to be 8 layers tall. So that is this. This is our item layer, and then it's fluid going up beyond that. So like trying to like figure out how many blocks we need for this is a little complicated. I guess that's 6 layers of just 7 of these. So what's 6 times 7 steel, stainless steel casing? 6 times 7. That's 42 of those plus. I guess we look here. So that's 42. And then we need 9 more. 51. 52, 3, 4, 5? Maybe 55 stainless steel casing? We need to know how to make this guy. This is assembler recipe. This is assembler recipe, I'm sure. So 55 stainless steel casing, which is probably gonna make 56 anyway, because it has to do a round number or an even number. Did that controller need EV circuits? Which controller? For the distillation tower? I didn't even look. Circuit EV, yeah. I think this is the first one. Clean room MV. So yeah, we put our circuit assembler up in the clean room, then we good. And that's fine, we can move it up there. We only have one circuit assembler, yeah? I don't even remember where our circuit assembler is. I thought it was like over here. Do I already have the circuit assembler upstairs? Maybe I already have it up there. No, that's a cutter. Yeah, I mean, we can easily just throw the circuit assembler up there. I just gotta find it. Let's find our circuit assembler. I will just do it this way. Circuit assembler. Over there. Oh, it is an MB. We can make a power converter for that, so that's not a big deal. Or we could just put a MV energy converter up there. So what does this one cost? This requires the next tier. Okay. All right. We can make this work. So either I put a transformer in here to convert HV to MV, or we just put another MV energy converter, which we got space for it. And we have one on tap, so we just do this. Okay, so we have energy card going here. This has power. We just move that up here, and then, yeah, like the whole thing can just move, and it'll be fine. Chicken, stop it. You're messing with my mind. Boom, there we go. Clean room circuit assembler. I still don't have the pattern provider upgrade on AutoCraft. Let's fix that. That's annoying me. ME extended pattern provider. Oh, I guess this is our normal AutoCraft. Where's the pattern provider? It's right here. I guess I'll just stick that. Oh, we got so much room for activity in there. Oh, I guess I gotta make the pattern for the EV circuits. Which is this one. We'll do this guy. So we know how to make everything except for blue alloy bolts. So that's gonna be a problem. Blue alloy bolts. Yep. So now we got to figure out the ingot. That is made. Oh, this doesn't even require a blast furnace. That is nice. So it's just a regular smelting recipe. Mixer, electrotine dust plus silver dust. Mixer. And then I don't think we know how to make electrotine dust. How does one make the dust? Electrum plus redstone. Yep. Mixer. Blue alloy dust. We should probably keep some of that on hand. No, we can just craft it when we need it. Blue alloy ingots. Let's just say make 100 of those. I don't know how annoying this is going to be. Looks like it's a little annoying. It's going to take like 5 minutes for everything. No, it's going to take like 10 minutes for everything. Nope, it's going to take even longer than that. Wait, that was an alloy smelter recipe? Hold on a second. I did not even see that. Oh, there is an alloy smelter. My mistake. We fix. Electrotine plus silver. So I can change this to 64, and I can change this to 16, and this would be 16. That should speed it up a bit. I know you guys are seeing like a full stack at a time, but I think that's probably better for now. Let's cancel that. Think you never moved the recipes from the single block alloy smelter to the multi-block one? Oh, true. You're right. Did I really put 2 things on the alloy smelter? I guess I must have. So we can get rid of the advanced alloy smelter. There's no reason to have that one anymore. Alloy smelter, where are you? This guy. Time to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. So the alloy smelter, do we have cards in the, where is it? Is it in this one? Right here. Did I put cards in this thing? It's not running, which has me a little concerned. Wait, there is, oh, these are the inputs for it. No cards, ew. And then I probably didn't change the priority on these either. 0, 0. So 0 and -1. I don't know if that matters. I suspect it does. Oh, and these aren't even linked. What was I doing? Well, I heard it go. Or maybe I heard the electric furnace go? I don't know. Alloy smelter doesn't use cards? I thought I saw, maybe I'm thinking of the mixer recipes. Oh yeah, this doesn't have cards. Well, it's fine. I'll put the cards in there. It doesn't hurt anything. It might not ever get used, but it doesn't hurt anything. It's fine. When did Hypno lose the underscore at the end of his Twitch profile name? Sorry, this has been asked before. You just noticed it? Years and years ago, my dude. There was a point in time where Twitch was reclaiming all of the names from Justin TV. Gosh, that must have been like 2016, 2017. Somewhere around there. And they allowed partners at the time who wanted a name that was claimed from Justin TV to request it. And I did, and I got the name. Yeah, quite some time ago. Heck, now you feel super old? Well, how do you think I feel? Welcome to the club. Okay, so now we have the ability to do that. Can I make... Oh, did I? I never made a recipe for the distillation tower itself, did I? I need to do it on this one. Nope. Gosh, that's super annoying. I wish I could somehow click into this recipe. Wait, how did I just do that? If I right click, I can get into the recipe without it filling. Recipe, distillation tower. I just want to like click on it so I can go to this screen like you can when you're not actually in AE. I wish there was like, I wish it was a hotkey to transfer this recipe, or maybe a way to like drag this over instead of like when you click on it, it just fills it, because that's super annoying. I guess if I hover over and press R, I can do it. But I really wish transferring that recipe from the bookmark was a hotkey interaction instead of the default interaction. Yeah, pressing R does work. Large stainless steel pipe. Do we have a large pipe extruder? I don't think we do. We don't. Time to make a new extruder. Oh yeah, good call. Universal. EV. Yeah, so we were making the extruder, and then I need large pipe extruder mold. These guy. This one, this one, this one. One empty mold, please. Make me the mold. Who has a large pipe? I do. I mean, you asked. All right, large pipe. Oh, I already had an extra extruder. Dang it. That's fine. Pattern provider. All right, copy pasta. I have a feeling I'm going to have to move these machines to its own separate bank or move the lasers, one of the two. Because I don't think this is going to be the last of the extruders we're going to need. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is all set up now. No, it's not. There's no U in mold. Oh, I didn't put the mold in there. Yeah, I don't know what the British people's fascination is with the letter U, but they like try and shove it in every single word for some reason. And that is not correct. So distillation tower. We don't know how to make the EV universal circuits. Okay. We fix. All right. Says we know how to make everything. Do we actually know how to make everything? It says we do, but do we trust it? I'm not sure I can trust it. Wow, I was making 32 RAM chips. So once we get this done, we should start being able to get methane, which will allow us to make chloroform. We can make this in a different way. We don't actually need to do it this method, but we might as well do it this method. So we'll be able to make chloroform, then that will allow us to make tetrafluorohydride. I'm sorry, tetrafluoroethylene. And then from there, we can make polytetrafluoroethylene. Yep. Which will allow us to make the polytetrafluoroethylene ingot, then the pipe, and then the large chemical reactor. Then we can start LCRing all the things. Yeah, EV circuits is a thing that we're gonna have to overnight because I am not prepared to like wait on these like for forever. Waiting on it for like one recipe, fine. Waiting on it for like a bunch of recipes, not so fine. Let's go ahead and just add that to the thing. What's running over here? Making some of that. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna want these. I'm gonna make 512, make one at a time. We're gonna submit the changes, but this is turned off. At some point, I'll probably like combine all the circuits into one of these things instead of like having them spread all over the place. But for right now, it doesn't really matter too much. Dual is from ULV to UHV tiers, so far away. I'm just reading chat. I don't actually know if that's true, but I suspect that unknown blah 135 knows what they are talking about. They sound like they know what they're talking about, and that's the important thing, really. If you don't know what you're talking about, but you sound like you do, you got a leg up on a lot of people. If you don't know what you're talking about and you sound like you don't know, nobody's going to believe anything you say. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, let's change this distilled water to be level emitter based instead of being requested based. And that is these guys right here. I think that's this. Oh, I just deleted everything on this. Whoops. That's a little bit excessive. That's fine though. We can always place those blocks back. So yeah, how do I want to do this? I guess we just fill them all full of water and then just turn them on and off based on the level emitter. So we just kind of got to redo all this. How are we doing distilled? We're fine. So we are going to do I guess we could do this laser. So this will be, oh, I need fluid cards. I don't know how to make buckets. Bucket. Oh, that's kind of a nice recipe. Vendor. Although that's probably still going to be kind of slow since our bender isn't like super fast. That seems to be working just fine. It's not actually that slow. That's reasonable. Okay. Yeah, I think this is fun. We're going to set these up similar to like how we set these things up over here where they're just completely passive, but like the input is just going to be based on a redstone signal, which I guess we can just do with the stocking things that we'll put in here. Yeah, I think we'll do something a little bit different here. So we'll do fluid card input, and then we need a fluid card output. So this is going to be extract. This one is going to be insert. No, this one's going to be stock, certain amount. Distilled water. Distillery. I think we're doing this one. Yeah, we must be doing this one. So it's 288 water. Ah, dang it. There we go. So we're stocking 288 of water. We're extracting whatever comes in there. The stocking is going to be based on a redstone signal. And we want exact. Oh, I'm putting those in the wrong spot. Dang it. I click down here. Okay, card copy. And then the extract. Okay, link them up. And with this particular setup, we don't need this. Whoops. I just don't want to see the orange thing on top. So now we see whatever that is on top for some reason. Why do we see that? Does this need to be fed in from a certain side? I guess we'll figure that out. We can always change the setting later if that's the case. All right. So let's put these blocks back here. So it's underneath this one. Get rid of this. Don't need that anymore. This goes here. Don't need that anymore. We're just going to be... This actually needs to be an interface. Oops. And then water... And we are inserting... This is going to be based on a redstone signal. Wait, did I base the ones up there on the redstone signal? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter. Stocking, this is on a redstone signal. I guess I can also do the other one. I don't know if that's actually going to matter at all, honestly, but it's fine. It won't hurt anything. So this one, high. I don't think we actually need this. I guess we'll find out. I don't know how the stocking works, if that comes from the insert or if that comes from the other thing, but I need the insert here so we can send the fluids back. Otherwise, if this is disabled, unless it's got a high redstone signal, we might not be able to send the fluid back, and we might have to do like an insert on a different color. So to alleviate that, let's just leave it like this. And then if this doesn't work, then we'll do the other color thing. A little bit more complicated than I was thinking it was going to be, but it should be fine. So we want redstone on, what is this? This is the west side. Input threshold redstone 0, and then we need level emitter. All right, and then we want this to be 8,000, 7,000, emit when we are below, and then distilled water is our target. Glass cable. Okay, let's change this to a different threshold. Oh, actually, let's link this all up and make sure things aren't working, I guess, and then we'll make sure it does work. Okay, so lasers are connected. Nothing is happening. This is what I wanted to see. Now, if we put it below the threshold, we change this level emitter. We'll go... I guess the lower threshold, we'll put it like 8,000. And then the upper 8,200, something like that. This looks right. Everything's going. I like it. So let's just set this back. This will be lower 7,000, high of 8,000. I was gonna say we can just watch it if it shuts off or not, but this is actually not refilling as fast as I thought it was gonna be. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. Everything looks good. It's kind of refilling a little slow, which means I would need to put like an acceleration in here to make it go faster. No, I guess that'd be on the stock. And that would make it refill faster. I don't know if that's necessary, but I'm gonna make that change. That just ensures there's always a recipe queued up. Okay, I think we're good to like put this all back together again. Wait, what is this? That's not what I want. I think we're good. I think that's all I needed.
GoTep 1985 just resubscribed for 67 months.
Yo, GoTep, hey, welcome back, dude. Thank you for the 67. Okay, is our distillation tower not done? What is it still working on? I would have expected to be done by now. We blocked by this? Oh yeah, we were blocked by that, making soldering alloy dust. Mixer is stuck on blue steel? No, I don't think it was. I think it's just being blocked. We can only do one recipe at a time. We got too many things trying to use it. Okay, so this is all being made up in our... Oh yeah, there you go. 100 blue alloy ingots. This is being made up here. Kind of slow. 20 seconds per craft. I was kind of expecting to get a quest complete for having that, but apparently not. Maybe there is something in the book that's like blocking our progression. Maybe paralyzed oven. Automation age. Okay, so yeah, so this is here. I did not get credit for that. Microprocessor assembly and clean room. A gamer's nightmare. So I didn't get credit for having that? Maybe... No, I had to have had that in my inventory. Why did I not get credit for this? I don't know, but we've obviously had that in our inventory, so I'm just going to go ahead and... FTB quests? Editing mode, true me. So somebody said there's a way that I can right click on the quest itself to complete it without going in. Let's try this. Right click. No, that's the way I always do it. I need to click on here and then right click on this. Complete. False. Yeah, if we complete the task, then we get the reward. If we complete the quest, we don't get the reward. Okay, so now this is unlocked, but I don't get credit for this, even though I had it in my inventory, so I'm going to actually do this, this, and that. Okay. Cool. Vacuum freezer. Distillation tower is the next one immediately after, obviously. Okay. And we just completed that. Go read about lockable hatches. Fluid output hatches have the power to be locked to only accept a certain fluid. This can be useful on multi-blocks like the large chemical reactor and the distillation tower, which usually will have multiple fluids being made in the same machine. You can use this to have processing lines without fluids going to the wrong machine or the wrong tank. Cool. I just clicked it and nothing's happening. Okay. So large chemical reactor. Wait, I can't. What's blocking this? Liquid polytetrafluoroethylene? Okay. What is this dependency? Tetrafluoroethylene? Fluorine and methane. Yeah, this is what we're working on right now, this guy. Okay. Yeah, multi-block upgrade kit is something that I wanted to look at, but it's not something that's super important to me at this exact second. HV, we need 2 of these. So distillation tower. This can all be ULV output and input. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 output. And we have exactly 7 ULV output hatches for some reason. Okay. And then we need a ULV input. I do need an item output, so ULV output bus, output hatch, input hatch, and then I need an output bus. And I think that's all we need for the distillation tower. No, I think this actually needs a cleaning hatch. Or a maintenance hatch, I mean. Let's take a look real quick. Multi-block. Yeah, maintenance hatch. This says only 19, but that's for a 3x3. This is not what we're making. All right. All done. So the question is, where do we put this? I guess we're doing fluids in this room in a few places. I think that's already spoken for. We're going to be moving some of these machines there. This pad looks like the place. This looks like the place for it. Distillation tower. Item output bus. Item output or fluid output hatch. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. It's gonna be a tall boy. What am I looking for this thing? All right, so then we need power. Input. I think we're going to point that down. We could point this one down, but like all these are on the side anyway, so we might as well push this out the side as well. And then maintenance hatch, I think... We'll just stick right above it. I think that should be fine. Delete the floor. And everything else is these. Oh, maybe I did not count enough. So 3, 4, 5 more. I thought the ceiling was going to be too tall, but like there is just barely enough room for me to stand on this. If we made the ceiling shorter, I wouldn't be able to be on top of this block, and this is not the tallest block of machines that we're going to be having. Oh, you don't need the top one? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, enter. Do we do an interface or do we do lasers? I think the interface actually would look cleaner. But this is something that we are going to do on a subnetwork, actually. So we could do all the interfaces on a subnetwork. Yep, interface. I was thinking we'd do P2Ps, but we could do interfaces and just have that on a subnetwork, and that's not going to make a big deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, that would be a problem. Okay, here's what we're doing. I got to figure it out. I think this is what we did before. We're going to point this down. That's going to be in its own separate thing. So we're going to have 7 interfaces going on a subnetwork into a storage bus onto the interface that's going to be below this. So that is 7 interface. Storage bus. So all those interfaces will store into the storage bus, which is going to store into this interface, which will be on the main network. So then I need fiber. We need the fiber to power that, like I show. And then input hatch. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's our controller. Machine controller. Was this one of those things? I don't remember. Was this one of those things where we like ored everything together? I think it might be. I guess we can worry about that later. Methane is a big thing. And it is like 4 carbon dioxide. Yeah, maybe we will ore everything together and just overflow all of these. And then if any one of these drops below a certain level, then this thing turns on and any excess that we have just gets deleted. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll ore all of these together. Which means... I mean, I guess we can laser that for the wireless redstone. Okay. Laser. Redstone card output. No logic, normal. Weak signal is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure if this is how we're actually setting this up, but I'm just putting those there now for a marker. So we will input a redstone signal into here, which will just carry it up into that thing, turning the machine on and off based on our logic down here. So then we need this connecting over to our input hatch, and this is going to be a... How are we doing this one? I assume we can connect all of these together. No, we probably don't want to do that. Okay. Just kind of thinking what we're doing here. So... Laser... Well, no, I don't have to worry about that. We can just feed this full of biomass. The machine itself will turn on and off. So we do that and that. This will connect to here. This will pull biomass from this. Or fermented biomass. Right? We're doing fermented? Fermented biomass. Okay. And then we're going to stock 1 bucket of it. Up. Fluid card. Stock. 1 bucket. This interface. Fluid card. Insert. And we're connecting you to you. So we provide the fermented biomass. This transfers it over and puts 1 bucket into here. This laser is going to control the machine on and off. And this just needs to connect to our main network. So let's run some AE. Smart. I mean glass cable. P2P. I should probably make more of those. Dense. Where's our controller? Right here. Okay, so we're pulling channels from like this guy. Device online. Let's make sure all these are online. Device online. Perfect. Do we have fermented biomass? We do. Redstone control. This is default off, so that's fine. Okay, so our logic down here, we got to figure this out. So we need level emitters. This has to all be the same channel. So we did. Give me glass cable. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things we care about here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Facade. Redstone. So I need to lift this up 1 block. And then we just run redstone right there. So this side on the redstone card, insert. Yep. So that's our input. That sends it up there to the output. And then that'll turn off based on these things. So these guys all need to be copied. So we want 8,000, 7,000, lower limit. And then we're just going to use our card here to copy those settings. And we'll put the fluid in there, what it actually cares about here in a moment. So all these should have the same settings. Yeah, okay. So this one. I guess this first one's just going to be methane. We'll just throw that right in there. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what? We don't care about water. Whoops. I guess we didn't need this many. That's fine, though. So methanol. Ammonia, carbon dioxide, acetic acid, and ethanol. Then we get rid of this. Okay. And then we got to just connect that up to Applied Energistics, where we can just run a cable down here. It's fine. How many channels is this? This is 1. That's 7. So we can get a full 8 out of this, and that is perfectly acceptable. Okay, redstone signal go here, which should be transferring redstone signal up here. And we are going to set this to work if we are below. So it should be on, but we aren't running because we don't have power yet. Just make sure. Yep. And these are if we're below limit. Yep, everything should be good. Yep. Acetic acid sounds yummy. Do I have discs for all that? Nope. We should make discs for all that. One key. Methanol. Methanol. Ammonia. Carbon dioxide. Acetic acid. Whoops. Ethanol. Yeah, we already have methane in here. Methane gas. What is this one? It's full. Hydrochloric. Okay. Okay, now we got storage for all those things. This says device online, but this is only using one channel. Do those not use a channel? Those must not use a channel. Which is very confusing. I thought everything used a channel. Everything that said ME on them. I just completed a quest. Apparently I'm wrong. I thought rule of thumb is if it said ME in the title, it used a channel. Apparently not. Yeah, it says it's only using one channel, and that's just this one interface right here. Interfaces don't either, do they? Yeah, they do. That's what this one channel is. That's the only thing that's on. All of this is a sub network, so this is not using channels that this would recognize. It's its own little sub network here. So we just need to give this thing power, and then we should be good. Laser. Actually, I think I'm gonna leave that alone for now. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. In fact, I'm gonna swap that thing to one of these. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Actually, no, that's not how we were doing this. I think I was putting these in line with these guys. Then here, I can put one of those laser thingies. And that should... Okay, so we need lumium. And then we need HV. How many air blocks and laser IO cover? It's 7. It says 8, but it's like 7. Every 7 you gotta place one. At least I think it says 8. Maybe it does say 7. I don't know. Anyway, you place one, you count 7 blocks over, and you place your another one on the 7th block. Is the way I've been seeing it work. Oh, good. We are keeping up. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to keep up with this or not. But we are gaining. And we are gaining those fluids. We don't see them going into here. It's just not updating. But it absolutely is going in there through the storage bus. So this needs to be set to insert only. Not that that really matters, but it's... Oh. Ah, I'm inside the distillation tower. Yep. Your connection to Twitch is not happy today. Lots of error 2000 and glorious 160p video. Twitch, that ain't cool. So diamond number has gone up overnight. Are we still going up with all these extra EV machines we got going here? 365, 371. 391 400. I mean, I think we're still good on diamonds here. Diamonds still go up. How's our utilization? So these two aren't being, these 3. This one's partially being used.
Just resubscribed for 17 months.
So that's
Where
6.
is the unsubscribe button?
9. We still got 12 unused lapidary diamondos. T Rules with a 17-month resub. Where's the unsubscribe button? Sorry. You can't unsubscribe. Once you subscribe, that's it. You're locked in for life. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Late. Aziz, late. I kind of want, I know this doesn't matter, but I kind of want this line to run where these 2 blocks are and then come over 1. Coming jutting out like this kind of feels a little weird. So this is gonna like break for a second, but it'll be fine. Oh, it's broken. Okay, get rid of this, that, that. Do I put a facade on that too? Yeah. We go with that. We could put facades along the outside so we don't see the wires underneath, but it doesn't really matter that much to me personally. I think that looks fine. It doesn't look haphazardly thrown around. I mean, we could also scooch these over one block and then have the redstone input come in from this side instead of this side. But like that doesn't really matter too much. We could do that to try and clean it up a little bit more, but I think we're good. All right. What's the next thing on our list of things to do? All that's done. Large stainless, that's done. Methane is done. Chloroform. How do we make the chloroform? Chemical reactor. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of
Brazil
that.
Diesel 1980 cheered 500. Okay, Hypno, you missed or ignored my message.
What?
So, I'm giving you bits to help you out.
I would never ignore your message.
Flow cards to the discs so the fluids don't fill up and stop the distillation tower.
Razzle, thank you for the 500 bits and for reminding me to do what I should have done already. Thank you. I did not see your message. We don't have overflow on auto. Oh, overflower. Card. Boom. Make like 30 of those. Passive aggressive bits are still bits. Maybe that's what I should do in the future. Just ignore chat completely until they like give me money to make me pay attention. Uh-oh. And then I think it's just these two that need it as well. Yeah, I don't think... Oh, we do have chloroform. Right, we do have this. I made fluid discs for all of these. Okay. That's what Skiz's chat has to do during his streams? Oh, so you guys are used to it then, is what you're saying. Sweet, so I don't even have to train you. Chloroform... Tetrafluoroethylene. No, this. Wait, is that right? Yeah, tetrafluoroethylene. It looked like it was just blank. It is slightly different shade of gray, but ever so slightly. Liquid polytetrafluoroethylene. Chemical reactor. Okay, so that's done. So now we can make a polytetrafluoroethylene ingot, theoretically. Fluid solidifier in the ingot. I don't have an ingot one. Where exists you? Uh-huh. Plate. Plate. Do we got space for, like... I guess we should make a new bank. Fluid solidifiers here. HV. Fluid solidifier. We only need one more. Should I just make... man. I'm only going to make one. We're going to set this up so we can put 8 in there, and then we can overflow like 8 more machines. And maybe we'll end up swapping the fluid solidifiers for the extruders. And then this bank will be the extruder bank where we can like have more extruders. I don't know. Oh, I made an energy hatch. That's a mistake. I meant to make this. That energy hatch will get used. Or maybe I should just put the extruders over here to begin with. The Great Migration of 2025. Lumium. Dense cable. Okay. Oops. We don't really have a lot on this side yet. P2P. That's I. Why do we have item P2Ps? I don't remember making item P2Ps. Maybe we did. I don't remember doing that though. Now the question is, how many channels are we using down here? It seems like we're using a lot. 6. We're still good. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we're good for now. Okay, so we need to give this a channel. So let me come over here. Boop. Okay, I'm gonna move the extruders. This is happening right now. We're gonna use the cut and paste gadget and just hope everything works. Okay. We're cutting from here to here. Cut. Paste. So our extruders are here now. It's using 8 channels. Perfect. So now we got... Oh, I gotta do this. Make sure they got plenty of power. Cable and core. Okay. So our extruders now live there, so I can move our fluid solidifiers over here. This is gonna be ingot. I think we had a fluid solidifier ingot, didn't we? Casting mold ingot. Uses. Alloy smelter, fluid solidifier. Okay, it does go in a fluid solidifier. And then pattern provider. And I need to change the name of this thing. Fluid solidifier ingot. So let's move this one. I'll just do the same thing. We'll cut and paste. Let's make it simpler. And that's gonna go right here. Just making sure that still works. Yeah, I think we're good. The cut paste gadget really makes moving machines like that a breeze. I do appreciate it. All right. No, we did need to make this pattern, right? No, I had made the pattern. So fluid solidifier ingot. So now we can do that. We need large polytetrafluoroethylene pipe. Large pipe. That's done. So now we should be able to make a large chemical reactor controller, theoretically. Where do I put? Where put? How about in here? Large chemical reactor controller. I mean, it says we can do everything, but can we actually? This is the test. I mean, things are happening. Now, I am really curious about these, that we don't have to have specific numbers. I am very curious how... Like, if I can just make the center of one of our large rooms, like 24 large chemical reactors, and they can just do anything, if that's the case, or if that's still going to end up breaking. Time just keeps going up? Yeah, it doesn't know. Applied Energistics doesn't know how to deal with this kind of stuff. Like, it's obviously not going to take 5 hours to complete. Yeah, exactly, Razzle. Like, I don't understand why you can't see that it's crafting to stop counting up like this. Like, I don't understand what it's doing. Oh, I didn't set the extruder large pipe rate, did I? Chemical reactor recipe goes so fast in LCR soon? Yeah, that's That's the plan. Did I ever make a large stainless steel fluid pipe? Like, is that extruder not set correctly? Or is it that just take a really long time? Large pipe? Is the fluid solidifiers broken? Are these connected to AE? Device online. Channels. Why is this not working? Crafting. Oh, this machine wasn't set up. Also, blocking. 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 All right, so we made this. No quest complete for that. We don't get a quest complete because it wants me to have a liquid polytetrafluoroethylene bucket, which is so stupid. I'm not playing your little game, quest book author. What are the star coins given the shop? One of the big things that we did was made it so it's always noon and never raining. But you can also enchant like your sifting mesh with efficiency and fortune. I guess you can buy circuits. Here we go. Thank you, Flow HD660, for getting us started.
Flow_HD660 just resubscribed for 8 months.
Flow! Thank you for resubscribing for 8 months. Yeah, so there's just like some random things you can get. I don't know why they're going to give you a magnet for 32 coins. That's so ridiculous. Wait, we could have gotten flux points for... Okay, this would have been worth it. I didn't even realize you could do this. I feel like having 8 plugs and 8 points. I don't know about that. Oh, I don't mean to pin that. Wafers, this could be worth it, I guess. Bus hatch pack. This is actually kind of nice. 64 gravel for 1 coin. 64 bronze for 4 coins. This absolutely was worth it. The jet boots, that's what we're using to fly around with. Oops. Tool pack. I guess that could be worth it. Just because making that stuff is annoying. Oh, you can get a satchel. Can I make a satchel? Oh, I have a satchel. No, I have to wear a backpack. Epic backpack requires another star. Stack of wood for 1 coin. Stack of charcoal for 2 coins. I didn't even look at these. 16 circuits for 8. 8 EV circuits for 20. We could get some titanium at 1 for 1. I mean, none of this stuff is super compelling to me. Like the jet boots, I feel like that's like required, but everything else is just like play the game. I don't know. So where are we on Flux networks? I don't remember. It was the Flux dust. We need EVLCR. Guys, we are at Flux network right now. Right now, we can do Flux networks. We just unlocked the ability for this. 120 seconds. Oh, maybe making 4 of those is a little ambitious. I think it doesn't take super long. I think that one just took, the first one took a while because that machine wasn't set up correctly. But I feel like this should go decently quick. Decently quick. The more of these we have set up, the faster this is going to be able to be made. So I think starting with like 5 machines and just putting them in parallel, like an array or whatever. The chloroform takes a little bit of time, doesn't it? Oh, this broke. Why did this break? Hydrochloric acid in the return inventory. Shoot. Okay. I think I saw that coming. We have something over here making hydrochloric and just making it infinitely. We need to change this. We need to put this on a limiter. Okay. Laser. Machine Geez, can I spell controller? We have extra channels here, which is fine. So then we'll do another. I mean, I guess I could just run ME straight up to the bottom of this instead of doing laser. Oh, my lights just flickered. There must be like a thunderstorm or something nearby. Oh yeah, that's right. These don't even use channels. I forgot about that already. What was that? Hydrochloric. We'll keep up to 8,000, 7,000. Emit when we are below level. The machine is set to require a signal weaker than 1. Inverted. Signal stronger. This button was pressed, but this said the wrong thing. There we go. That's so weird to me that that doesn't require a channel. Okay, so that machine should be fine. So now we just need to go and overflow the hydrochloric acid. Which I think we don't actually want to do, because we're going to be losing chlorine that way, and I think that was the problem we had in Monofactory. Let me set this to a lower limit. We're going to put this at like 4,000, 3,000. But, I mean, in this pack, we literally have all of the salt. Okay, which one? This one. Then oh, I had the overflow cords on me. Oh, I didn't grab it? Okay, so that allows this to run now. Okay. And this is not running, so now we need a facade. All right. So this is taking exceptionally longer than it should have, but we were blocked by hydrochloric acid. That's something that I saw coming. I should have dealt with it before, but I was like, we'll put it off. It'll be fine. It was fine until it wasn't. Until we started having other recipes that are making hydrochloric acid as a byproduct, it was fine. Okay, so I said something about my lights flickering. Let me just take a look at the weather real quick. Oh yeah, there are thunderstorms forming in the general area. Yep. Okay. So I guess the other thing that we need to do is figure out what other bits and pieces we need to make this run. So we need chemically inert PTFE machine casing. Which is solid machine casing plus PTFE in an assembler. Okay, that's easy. I think that's different than what we did in Monofactory. That feels different anyway. It might be the same. Okay, so if I wanted to make this, we're gonna need like 100 of those. We don't know how to make solid machine casings. Okay, 100. At least we'll be able to do this while we're waiting on this machine. How are diamonds holding up? We looked at it earlier. Diamond go up. We're at 1.6. We were at 1.4 yesterday. So 315 is the high number. 331. 337. 344. Yeah, number go up. We good. 364. Yeah, I just went down, looked at our generators, our dynamos, and we had like 12 that are completely unutilized. So we still got plenty of capacity. But that's going to start dwindling pretty quickly as we add in these machines, these multi-blocks with double HV energy hatches and so on and so forth. Speaking of energy hatch, I need 9 of these. Yeah, right now, everything that we're making is needing chemical reactors. So many fluids are going into these things, and everything's blocking itself because of it. Chat, how is everybody doing? It's a fine Tuesday, wouldn't you say? Yo, it is 101 degrees outside and it feels like 116? Chat, that is far too hot. I don't even... Okay. Oh, somebody already did the command in chat. It says it's 99. That's 37C with 48% humidity. You're playing that CCS game while watching? Okay, Mirex, how much time have you put into Cache Cleaner Simulator? I am very curious. You've been talking about like all the time since I played it? What does Steam say? If you're playing through Steam, I don't know. What does Steam say that your playtime is? 37C is hell nah temperature. About 120 hours? Wow. I don't even have Steam open. Let me look at mine. Cache Cleaner Simulator. Where did I put in? 18 hours. Yeah, you've played a little bit more than me. You're the expert now. HV machine casings. It feels like the large pipe is blocking again, but maybe it isn't. Oh, we're out of power? What? Wait a second. Oh. I guess it'd probably help if I actually connected power. That's gonna take a really long time until we get power here, the one I'm trying to say. Laser connectors in my inventory. There we go. You never saw an engine run when it has no fuel? Did you try looking harder? Yo, this is gonna take forever. And that's blocking this, which is gonna take forever as well. Actually, this seems to be going... Okay, let's cancel. Cancel. Well, cancel that to allow this to go so I can actually hook up at least one. And then we'll start switching some recipes over. And then, like, when we start making things faster through the one, since we'll be able to go at EV speed instead of HV speed, then we can start hooking up the other ones based on that multi-block going. What is this doing? We're blocked by CPU nonsense now. Okay, now it should be making it. No, it's making the circuit boards! Okay. Fine. You're out of here, Vampian? All right, we'll catch you later. Have a great rest of your night. Have a good sleep. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. There we go. Now we cooking. So is that being blocked by our assembly machines? Or are those being made here? I'm not actually sure. Plastic circuit board. What is stop? Oh, I guess we're waiting on more sodium potassium. Okay. Well, all we need is 2 of these to get us going here. Here's an important question for chat. We have these things which we need to face a certain direction. Do we face them this way? Facing me? Do we have this one facing this way? Do we have like this one, this one, this one, this one facing here? And then we do like this one, this one, this one, this one facing here? Or do we do like 5 facing this way and then 3 facing this way and then those 5 facing that way? Oh no. You vote 4 per side facing out. Okay. We could start with the center ones. That might make this less complicated. I don't know. I think we're going to put it here. Okay, that's needs to go up 1. I think we ended up putting that in the top center. And this also needs that PTFE pipe thing, which we don't have. So I need PTFE pipe casing. Oh boy. We don't know any of these things. I think this is probably the smarter way of going about that, since we already have a plate thing that we don't have to inkify it and then extrude it. This one, we'll do that. Normal pipe. And this guy, which means we need to know this, which is fine. All right, do we know how to make all these things now? We do. And this is just a normal crafting recipe. It looks like it. PTFE. Just make one for now. Having the infrastructure set up where all you gotta do is just tell it the ingredients and it just makes it, that is very satisfying. I like it a lot. Oh, this is gotta be canceled. That's never gonna finish. We can actually take that off the requester too, since that is no longer a requestable thing. Okay, we made PTFE pipe casing. So this does require maintenance. What else do we need here? Cupro nickel. I think we can put that top center. I don't think it has to be on the back. Or we could put a bottom dead center, just so we don't see it. Maybe we'll put it on the bottom. I'm not sure that particular block is necessary to have access to. Maybe it will be at some point. Get rid of this, that. So first of all, what are we putting in this? I guess we should look at our chemical reactor recipes and like figure it out. What am I doing? I'm not searching there. Chemical reactor. So it looks like one item and up to 2 fluids right now. So 2 fluid out. 2 fluid in, 1 item in, 2 fluid out. Okay. Input hatch. Input bus. Hey Hypno, what was your opinion on the update that changed basically every AE recipe recently? You talking about in this pack? My opinion is I haven't upgraded. Buffer block gets around fluid and item needing recipes. Insert both as recipes into it in blocking mode to extract from it to correct. You can't do numbered recipes though. Okay, so we want input hatch. Energy. Input bus. Output bus, output hatch. So that's all for the bottom layer. Maint. I think everything else is just the PTFE stuff, right? I'm too short. Let's make 10. Apparently Steam says 158 hours. That doesn't count like if you AFK. Like you put the game on pause and go make dinner and forget about it for a few hours. So it still counts that time too. Output. Let's see here. Output. So how are we gonna set this up, I guess, is the question. Can I have a pattern provider touching both an input and the buffer, and then have the buffer go to the fluids, for instance? I'm not sure how this thing works. "36 types of anything ranging from items to fluids." I'm just trying to think, like, what's the best way to go about this? If we have this touching that, we should still be able to use the program circuit, so it should be able to change that. But recipes that require fluids only are going to need a circuit change. So maybe we have it touching that, and then we put items over here and fluid, extra fluid over there. I don't know if this will change the circuit if we do this. And I also don't know how to get it to prioritize going up as opposed to into this. Because it could just be like, oh, down, we have space for everything. You should put everything in there. I don't know if that's going to work this way. I guess we can try it. So we would have an item card. No, item card. I'm out of item cards? Redstone. I'm out of item cards. So into this, we have an item card that's extracting. We have a fluid card that's extracting. And I'm going to go with the assumption that this is just going to push fluid into that first. I don't know if there's a way to like prioritize a direction. I know we can tell it to only go one direction. I don't necessarily want it to do that. I don't know if this is going to work. This probably is not going to work, but we're going to try it. I assume this also passes channel up there. Where is our AE? Probably want to run from here. Yeah, my guess is this isn't going to work. But I can always be hopeful. Oh, that doesn't connect to this. Really? I would have expected that to provide channels. Okay. Do that then. Okay, so we're going to call this LCR, I guess. LCR test. I mean, theoretically, that should be working. All right, so this guy. No, I can do this one. This one pointing into the interface or the pattern provider. We are going to put a fluid card on insert and a item card. No, because it's going to put it on the same network. No, it won't. No, this will be fun. Fluid card, item card. I'm actually going to put this on orange channel. Orange channel. Laser. So this is item, fluid. Item, extract, orange. Fluid, extract, whoops, orange. And this one is fluid, extract, orange. Oops. Did I disconnect? I think I just disconnected. And again, this is insert on orange, fluid and item. Okay. So that should be our return. We got lasers connected to everything. I cannot see this one. Pointed up. Item card, insert. Oh, it needs to change the circuit thingy too. Otherwise, you could have done it with just pattern P2Ps on the buffers. Yes. I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. It's going to suck if it doesn't work, though.
Pro MTS just subscribed.
Prometheus. Is that how you pronounce it? Hey, thanks for subscribing, dude. Welcome. Up energy. And where's our closest neighbor? That'd be right there. All right. That's got power. This has got power. So now we just need to try a recipe in this and see if this monstrosity actually works. I kind of hope it does. I have a strong feeling it won't, though. Okay, so let's give it a recipe that's currently in a chemical reactor. Something that has a programmed circuit. How about chloroform? LCR test. Chloroform. Next, start. It didn't put anything in here. Dang. I put it there. Did it talk to this thing? Did it change the circuit number? It didn't. Oh, Prometheus was taken, so you improvise. Even you don't know how to say it correctly. Well, shoot. So I guess we won't be able to use the circuits on these. We'll just have to have them predefined on circuits and just machine specifically set up for each individual circuit type. Okay. That's doable. Okay. I was hoping we wouldn't have to do that. Chat, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I was starting to feel a little warm in here. It is like really hot outside. And I guess my air conditioning plus all the computer equipment in this room, air conditioning struggling. Extreme heat warning until 7 p.m. tonight. Heat index is up to 115. Yikes. That is hot. Okay, let's cancel this. That's never going to finish. LCR, we got to put this back in the chemical reactor. Okay, so chloroform is a number 1. So this is fine. I mean, I guess all of this is fine except for this being here. We need to have another laser. Guys, how does this work? Is this always trying to push into something, or do I have to extract out of it? Like, do I just put a fluid P2P on here and then like an item P2P on there, or how does this work? Have I ever streamed with cam? I have. I just haven't turned the camera on pretty much during this series. I'm actually afraid of people knowing what I look like. It's scary. If I put like a Greg tank next to this, does it just like push into this? I don't know how these things work. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't push. P2P. I don't know if we can do this. I'm gonna find out though. Since chat is not backseating me on how this works, I gotta figure it out. So it does push. Okay, that makes this simple. So I can get rid of this. And this. Okay, so the input should all be correct. Oh, but we don't have a place for the outputs to go now. I guess I could put the pattern provider right here and have it pushing into this. Oh, I have it right here. Okay, and then we have that pushing. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Have it arrowed into this guy. Which means we can put one more laser here, pointing into here for the item card and fluid card insertion. But those no longer need to be on the orange, but since we have them on orange here, we'll just leave it like that. So that recipe should have finished up. Let's try this again. I'll make another chloroform. I will make, let's not go. I'll make 10 chloroforms. Yeah, it seems to be working. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, we gotta change the recipe and no longer includes the circuit value. That's right, roll. I made that joke far too many times in Monofactory, so I've been trying to avoid it. Okay, chloroform, 10, do it. It's not going. Oh. Is that because we don't have blocking mode enabled? I'm gonna have to cancel. Okay, try again. That was pretty fast, actually. Okay. Cool. So now any recipe that requires a number 1 or nothing can go in there. Oh wait, this requires 2 items. Shoot. It requires orange dye and 2 salt. I think we'll leave the dyes alone then. This requires sodium and potassium. We don't have 2 item inputs. I guess if we changed it so we were using an LV item input, we could do that. Okay. LV item input bus. You thought you might have picked up that joke here? So if we get rid of this and we replace that with this, anything that has more than 1 item will be able to work. Okay. LCR. So these should all work. Which means these guys, the dyes should actually work now. That should work. So we need to figure out what circuit number this is. That's a number 2. This one will not work. Let's figure out this one and this one. This one will work. This one will work. So these 5 recipes we can move over into this thing. Well, I guess we can do it here. Upgrade. So I can move this pattern provider somewhere else, and then we can use a pattern P2P to push into these. So I could like copy this monstrosity 4 times, and then we could have 4 P2Ps coming from 1 pattern provider, or 2 if we're going to expand it out or whatever. However, I see this potentially becoming a problem. If we have two separate recipes from two separate pattern providers going into that pattern buffer, then things are going to get wonky. It might be the case where if we need more than one extended pattern provider, then we just set up 4 more machines. Just to alleviate any potential problem. Like we'll just double them up back here or something. Like these 3 could be like a secondary one or something. I don't know. Okay, so if we look at our LCR recipes, I just want to test some of these. I guess sodium potassium was one. That's super fast. I love it. I don't remember any of the ones. It was like dye, orange dye. I don't think I actually want to craft orange dye though. What else do we have? LCR. Ethylene. We tried chloroform already. Maybe hydrofluoric acid. I'm clicking on this and nothing's happening. Oh, I got a middle click. I'm an idiot. I mean, that seems good. Okay. Sign LCR number 1. LCR number 1. Okay, so now we need to make the PTFE stuff. Let's make the 100 of those that I was going to make. So tetrafluoroethylene, is that being made over here in the chemical reactor? Is that one of those recipes we didn't transfer over? It is. Okay, so our next LCR that we make really should be a number 2. Right? That is number 2. I think that's the ones that we didn't move over were number 2. There's nothing. Wait, why does this one hydrofluoric and chloroform? Tetrafluoroethylene. Why is this one being made here still? Oh, because I missed it. It has a lot of hydrofluoric acid and chloroform in here. Is this thing not set to blocking? It is set to blocking. Was this a previous recipe's hydrofluoric? I'm not sure what's going on with this. It uses twice as much hydrofluoric as chloroform. Yeah, that's going to be kind of a problem, actually, because that buffer does... Like, the blocking mode, I don't think is actually going to block. Maybe it'll be fine. I mean, it seems to be working fine. Like, we're making this pretty quickly now. Maybe it is fine. We haven't tried making the Flux network stuff yet. I was gonna make like this whole row number ones, but I think we're gonna hold off on that. I think I'll make this a number one, and if we need another one, I'll make this a number one. We'll make this a number two. If I need another one, we'll make that a number two. I think that's how we're gonna handle this for right now. LV out, put hatch. LV input, put bus, input hatch. Actually, I think we're doing ULV input hatches. I think we should be good to copy this. Okay, we're gonna leave that there for now. That's gonna have to move, but I think we should be good. What are we missing in the front here? ULV output. Are there any input hatches and buses? Oops. Yep. EV though. We're not quite there yet. Soon, TM, but not yet. That is underneath the middle block. Like a shoe, and then we need to point that upwards. And then we need to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, it can go right here. All right, so upwards, we give an energy card. That gives this power. That gives these power. We are set. So then I need P2Ps. Item P2P. One more for me. And then fluid. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Item P2P here. Fluid P2P here. Memory card from there to there to there. Memory card from here to there. Buffer. Apparently I already had an extra one. So buffer go here. Pattern provider. And rename this thing to LCR number 2. Okay. Make glass cable. So now I need fiber. That gives that sub network power. That all turns on. Now we need to deal with this. Lasers. The laser's on my hotbar. Okay, so that's item, fluid, fluid. Here, we're gonna do fluid card, item card. These are gonna be insert. Nope. They can stay on the white channel. That's perfectly fine. So this one, we're gonna do item card extract. These are fluid cards. Extract. Fluid card. Extract. Then we connect all the lasers together. And I think that is the number 2 setup. I think that's it. So now we should be able to move a number 2 recipe over there and test it. I think this was the only one that we had that was a number 2. This is sulfuric acid. Make 3. Oh, right. I got to fix the recipe. I mean, that seems pretty good to me. Okay, so we set up 2 LCRs now, number 1 recipes and number 2 recipes. Love to see it. I'm not sure if we have any other LCR stuff that we need to set up right now, but I think at this point we can decommission our singular block. This one. Is there any reason to not do these in the LCRs over there? This is 2 items. Item and a fluid. Item and a fluid. Item and a fluid. I don't think so. I think these can all go into the number 1. Number 1. We'll put these at the bottom. Plastic circuit board. Make me 10 of these. Let's just see this work. I'm good with that. That's like so fast. In comparison to what it was. It's not the fastest it could be, but it is fast compared to what it was. What it was slow? Oh, you're talking about what it used to be. I thought you were talking about what it just turned into. I was about to freak out on you. I was about to call your face slow. But I don't have to now. Let's see here. I really want to click this button. So everything is caught up. This is going to go away once we get our what's it called? The vacuum freezer online. That's something that we're going to have to make here soon. This is just always trying to convert silicon ingots into or the hot silicon ingots into the silicon ingots. It's just always trying to do that. So that's why that light is always on. Ethylene. This actually might be fine to leave on now. Well, actually, it probably isn't fine to leave on now. It's actually kind of slow for per bucket. This will fill up overnight though, for sure. 4 seconds still to make it. Okay, here's what we're doing. I'm clicking. We're gonna start making these. We're gonna keep the ethylene on to fill up. And we are gonna call it here for today. I don't know what this says. I don't read that language. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out today while we played some Star Technology. A little bit of Greg Tech action, modded Minecraft mod pack. We'll be back tomorrow starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Getting those LCRs up and running, that's going to be a huge benefit, a huge plus for us to do some other things. Maybe we will also look at getting the wireless power online tomorrow. We can get rid of the laser power, which would be super helpful as well. Also, we'd be able to see like how much power we are currently utilizing and things along those lines, which is also good information to have. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.